gosh. Hi. Hi, this is Marissa, and today we're going to be reading a story with Gertie, the guinea pig. Look how sweet she is. We heard that she likes apples, so I'm holding a little apple in my hand. Just curious what she's going to do. Cute. Okay, I'll set this little apple here for her. I hope she stays on my lap nicely. This is the book. It is Jack and the Monster by Richard Graham and Susan Varley. Cute. Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Stay on my lap, Gertie. Okay. There once was a little boy called Jack who lived with his mom and dad and big brother Henry in a house with a green door. They didn't have any ordinary pets like dogs or cats or even mice or fleas, but they did have a monster. The monster wasn't fierce or dangerous, and luckily it didn't have any teeth, though its claws were quite sharp. It wasn't house-trained and always had to be watched, except when it was sleeping. That was usually at the wrong time, because monsters often stay awake at night when people go to bed. Wow! Look, in the house you can see all the different rooms. It was a very noisy monster. It didn't roar or growl, but it kept disturbing everyone with its howls, especially early in the morning before getting up time. Mom told Jack that the stork had brought the monster in a basket, but Jack couldn't find the basket anywhere. When the monster arrived, lots of presents came. A few weeks later, Jack asked if there would be more presents when the monster went back again and was upset to hear that it was going to stay forever. The monster was a bit smelly. It was a yucky, pooey monster, which was one of the few good things about it. It didn't like being cleaned, and in the bath it just splashed water everywhere, ate the soap, and sank Jack's blue boat when it was mean. Oh no, this monster sounds rough. At first, the monster kept attacking Mom, but as it grew bigger, it tried to be a vacuum cleaner, picking up small things off the floor and putting them into its mouth. It was all right for the monster to do this with Dad's keys or papers or money, but not when it started on Jack's toys. It dribbled on the carpets and cushions like a watering can, and when Mom wanted it to lie still, the monster pretended to be a wriggly worm. Meals were not fun with the monster. Not only did it get all the attention, but it could drop its food on the floor and stick it up its nose without being told off, which wasn't fair. The monster seemed to be hungry all the time and was so clumsy it couldn't even hold its own cup or spoon. It wasn't a very clever monster. It couldn't talk or understand simple words like no, which even Granny's dog did. When it was taken to the seaside with the family, the monster knocked down Jack's sandcastles and tried to eat them. Jack got particularly fed up whenever aunts or uncles came to see, and rather than fussing over him as they used to, gurgled at the monster and said soppy nonsense like coochie coochie coo. Jack couldn't see why they bothered with a stinky, stupid monster, instead of having fun playing with lovely boys like Henry and him. Jack did sometimes try to amuse the monster and invented a game of stroking its hair with his foot. He always said sorry if he did it too hard or kicked the monster over by mistake, but people kept telling him off all the same. It wasn't Jack's fault if the monster didn't join in properly or moved at the wrong time. The monster liked to make a mess. It tore magazines and books into little pieces. It never put anything back where it found it, and it kept breaking Henry's Lego models. But after a while, Jack forgot how peaceful life had been before and learned to live with the monster. Dad read the boys a bedtime story about a princess and a frog who turned into a prince. And Jack had a brilliant idea. He crept up to the monster. Instead of pinching it as he usually did when no one was looking, he shut his eyes and said, "By the power of abracadabra," and gave it a big kiss. When he opened his eyes, Jack was amazed to see that the monster, whose name was George, was really a little boy like him. The brothers played and fought together happily ever after, but one of them still behaves a little bit like a monster sometimes. The end. Thanks for reading Jack and the Monster with Gertie and I. Oh, she fell asleep. Cute. Hope she's not asleep.